Good morning, Goshen Gators. This is Darlene Bell, and I'm a master gardener, and that means I love plants and love digging in the garden and love getting my hands dirty, and I love to watch plants grow and usually work with what makes them healthy. And so this is a picture of a typical backyard garden. There is some area that it has been picked out. You can see it gets a lot of sun. There are many different plants that are in the garden, and the plants will be flowering soon and providing vegetables and herbs so that they can be used for food for the family. So that is one kind of a garden. And I have some other gardens I'd like to show you as well. So this is a great example of a container garden. And a container garden is just any kind of container. It can be a fancy flower pot. It can be a bucket. It can even be a shoe, or just get creative with whatever container you have. Put a little bit of good soil in it, and then on top of it you can put whatever it is you'd like to plant. And my container garden on my front porch has flowers in it because I love flowers, and I have just enough room to put a little color on my front porch, and that makes me happy. So gardens can feed you, gardens can make you happy. This is another example of a container garden, but this one is actually hanging. It is a flower basket. You could also have a hanging basket that has vegetables in it or strawberries. So wherever your garden is, whether it's just hanging for space or whether it's just sitting for space, you could definitely enjoy gardening. We are on my deck in the back of my house, and I have some space here that I'm using for some gardening. These happen to be flowers. This is phlox. It's not flowering anymore. These are petunias, and this is another hanging basket. But it's really important to have some things that are either flowering, or vegetables and fruits also flower as well, for the pollinators to come and do their thing. Because when the pollinators come and distribute the pollen to the different flowers, that is how the fruit of the flowers develops, or the fruit of the vegetable. The flowers develop into the vegetable or the fruit. So last year these, oh, and there he is, he's eating the, this is why I have hanging baskets, so my dog does not eat. But last year, these phlox containers that I have fancy this summer were tomato plants. And so, as you can see, I could probably have a huge garden in my backyard, but that's a lot of work. We used to have a huge garden, but now it's a little smaller. All right, Goshen Gators, we saw a couple of gardens. We saw a yard garden that has some vegetables and herbs in it, and some strawberries in the corner. So it also has some fruit, and it provides food. Some people are calling that a victory garden, and victory gardens originated in and around World War II, when the United States population did not want to overwhelm the production of and the energy going towards the war effort. So they had their own victory gardens. So that's kind of a thing now with what we are facing with our stay at home and stay safe at home. You can make a victory garden in your yard. You can also have a container garden. You can have a hanging basket. You can have a container that sits on a deck or a porch. You can be creative with your containers. They don't have to be baskets. They can be buckets, or they can be boots or shoes, or anything that you have that you could put a little soil in and then plant some seeds or sprouts. And then make sure that the seeds and or sprouts get sun and water and have air, and they will have the good soil and they will grow. So enjoy your gardening however you do it. It is your garden. Be creative and just have fun. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.